Welcome to Shifting Grades, a mathematics lesson. We are revising the Kcse paper for last year, paper 2, section 1. Follow us till the end. Number 1, it's a question on surds, simplify. Then you're given a surd, root 5 plus 3, all over root 5 minus 2. Leaving your answer in the form a plus b root c, where a, b, and c are all integers. Solution: root 5 plus 3 divided by root 5 minus 2. So what we do is that we multiply both the numerator and the denominator with the conjugate of the denominator. So the conjugate of this part will be now plus a 2. Then again, so that the value is not affected of this expression, we also multiply on the numerator. So multiplying now 5 by root 5, you get 5 plus 5 by root 2, 2 root 5 plus 3 by root 5, 3 root 5 plus 3 by 2, 6, all divided by root 5 by root 5, 5 plus 2 by root 5, 2 root 5 minus 2 by root 5, 2 root 5, then minus 4. So now this one becomes 11. These ones are alike, so 5 root 5 divided by 5 minus 4, 1. When we simplify this, it cancels to a 0. So 11 plus 5 root 5 is the answer. 11 plus 5 root 5. So that is the simplified form of the surd given there. Two types of law, x and y. Two types of law, x and y. Fla x and y costs 60 shillings and 72 shillings respectively. Then they are mixed such a what? Per kilogram. They are mixed such that the mixture costs 70 shillings per kilogram. The mixture costs 70 shillings per kilogram. Find the ratio. Find the ratio xy of the mixture. The ratio xy of the mixture, or how are they mixed such that they are costing 60 and 72. A mixture kilogram will cost 70. So we can say that amount or total amount of the mixture, when 60 and the kilograms are x, and again costing 72 and the kilograms are y. So you find the cost of the total amount of kilograms mixed. If we let the kilograms for x to be x, then the amount from x type will be 60 by x, the number of kilograms, then plus 72 by y kilograms, like that. Then mass of the mixture, it will be x kilograms plus y kilograms. Now, for a kilogram of the mixture to cost 70, then we can relate that 70 is equal to, when we take the total and we divide with mass of the mixture, like that. So cross multiplying 70x plus 70y is equal to 60x plus 72y. So now we can group like terms together. 70x minus 60x, we get 10x is equal to 72 minus 70, we get 2y. We can divide it through by 10, and here we divide it through by y. So dividing through by 10, we remain with x, but this one becomes 2 over 10. Then dividing through by y, y comes here. 2 over 10 becomes 1 over 5. So if x over y is 1 over 5. Then x is to y is simply 1 is to 5. And this is the ratio in which the two brands of flour had been mixed. The other question is a question on variations. We are taught a quantity P is inversely as the square of L. Then we are told P is equal to 0.625 when L is 4. When L is 4. Find P when L is 0.2. Find P when L is 0.2. Therefore, we can write values inversely as the square of L, like that. Implying that we can do away with the constant of proportionality and we introduce an equal sign and another constant. So P is equal to a constant K all over L squared. Now because P is 0.5 when L is 4. So we can square the 4 like that. We can get K by multiplying 0.6 to find 0.2. So because we have the constant now, then we can get P, because P is equal to K now, and K has been known, 0.2 all over L squared. This implies that we can get P as 0.2 divided by 0.2 squared, and this will simplify to 250. Therefore, when L is 0.2, then P is 250. P is 250. Number 4, I will just read out the question. It says an arc of a circle subtends an angle of 150 degrees at the circumference of the circle. Calculate the angle subtended by the same arc at the center of the circle. So an arc of a circle subtends an angle of 150 degrees at the circumference of the circle. Calculate the angle subtended by the same arc at the center of the circle. This is the angle properties of a circle book 2 topic, and we said that there is a relationship between the angle subtended by an arc to the circumference and the angle subtended by the same arc to the center of the circle. And we said that the angle subtended at the center of a circle by an arc is double the angle subtended at the circumference. So if the angle at the circumference is 150, then the angle at the center will be double. So this arc given here, subtending an angle of 150 at the circumference, and we are asked the angle at the center, it will be double. So 150 degrees. A bag contains 6 red counters and 4 blue counters. 2 counters are picked at random without replacements. So a bag contains 6 red and 4 blue counters. Then 2 counters are picked. 2 counters are picked. 2 counters are picked without replacement. Without replacements. Without replacements. Represent the events on a tree diagram. Represent the events on a tree diagram. So on a tree diagram, we can either pick a red or a blue. Picking red is 6 over 10 and blue will be 4 over 10 because 6 ones are 4, total 6, 4, total only 10. So red ones 6 over 10, blue ones 4 over 10. Now if you had picked a red, the probability of picking red again, because there is no replacement, it goes to 5, but now over 9. Then this one remains 4 over 9. If you had picked blue, picking blue again goes down to 3 over 9. This one remains 6 over 9. Then part B, we are taught to find the probability that the 2 counters picked are of the same color. Probability, the same color. So it will be probability either red, red, or probability blue, So this will be probability red 6 over 10 by 5 over 9, or means plus blue. So 4 over 10, 3 over 9. So when you add, after simplifying this, you get 7 all over 15. 7 all over 15. So that's the probability. But the counters picked are of the same. Find the coordinates of the turning point. Find the coordinates of the turning point. The coordinates of the turning point of the curve y is equal to x squared minus 40 x plus 10. Find the coordinates of the turning point. We should know that at the turning point, dy dx should be 0, which is the gradient function. The gradient becomes 0 whenever a curve is turning. Therefore, we can get the derivative of y with respect to x for this function, which will be 2x minus 14. Now we are saying at the turning point now, this function now will be equal to 0. So 2x is equal to positive 14, x will become 7. Now, because we are asked the coordinate, it turns at the point x equal to 1. We want the coordinate. Now to get the coordinate, now we need the y component. And the y component will be gotten by when we substitute x in the original function. So y will be 7 squared minus 14, x is 7 plus 10. This will simplify to a negative 39. So the coordinate will be 7, negative 39. So the function is a quadratic curve which only has one turning point. Curve, maybe we could be having 2 turning points. So that's how it was to be done. The other question is in a sector. We are told A or B is a sector of a circle, radius r, and the angle at the center is 60. So we are told to find the perimeter in terms of r and pi. In terms of r and pi means pi and r, we should have them as unknowns in the expression. Therefore, perimeter, as we know, perimeter is all the way around. So we get the arc length, and we add radius, and we add radius again. So that we get all the way around. So the arc is given by 360. The angle at the center divided by 360 by 2 pi r, then plus radius, 2 radius. So this one simplifying by 61 by 66 by 21 by 23. This should be pi r all over 3 plus 2 r. We want the simplest expression. Therefore, we can factor out r and remain with pi over 3 plus 2 centimeters. Pi over 3 plus 2 meters. Number 9. We are told the data below shows the marks for 30 students. So we have the score, H, and the frequency F is the number of students. So we have 59, 2 students, 61, 3 students, 65, 5 students, K, 6 students. K is a score which is not known. 71, 7, 73, 72 4, 73 2, 75 1. So we are told that the sum of FD all over sum of F is negative 1.2, and D is equal to x minus 69. The deviation of the score from 69, whereby 69 is an assumed mean in this case. Therefore, we can get the column for D now, whereby we're getting the score. It deviates from 69, then we will get FD here. Get FD there. Therefore, 59 minus 69 we get negative 10, by 2 negative 20. 61 we get negative 8. When we subtract 61 from 69, negative 8, so negative 24. 65 minus 69 we get negative 4, by 5 negative 20. K minus 69 we get K minus 69. So K minus 69 by 6 we get 6K minus 4, 14. 71 minus 69 we get 2, 14. 72 minus 69 we get 3, 12. 73 minus 69 we get 4, so 8. 75 minus 69 we get 6, by 1, 6. To get sum of FD, we can add FD, so we'll get 6K minus 4, 14 minus 24. And this will simplify to 6K minus 4, 38 minus 4, 38. So we can say now 6K minus 4, 38. When we divide with the sum of F, which will be 30, it should give us 1.2 negative. So 6K is equal to 438, or minus 438 is equal to negative 36 when we cross multiply. So 6K is equal to 402, and the K will simplify to 67. Therefore, the unknown score here is 67. The unknown score is 67. Number 10. Its amplitude and the speed of the period of the function. So we given a function y is equal to 3 sine 2x plus 40. We are told to find amplitude and period. So when we given such a function, the amplitude is always given by the constant at the beginning of the function. Therefore, amplitude will be 3. Then the period is always given by 360 divided by the coefficient of x, and the coefficient of x here is 2. Therefore, the amplitude will be 100, or the period be 180 degrees. This component here gives us the phase angle of the wave. So the trigonometric wave will have a phase angle of 40, a period of 180, and an amplitude of 3. Amplitude is the maximum displacement of the wave, either in the upside or in the downside. So the highest it can go or the lowest it can go is what we call the amplitude from the mean position. From the mean position, the highest it can go or the lowest it can go is what we call amplitude, and for this one it's 3 units. So that's how we go about it. Number 12, we are given a table for taxation. We have the income in monthly, Kenya shillings per month. Then we have the rate as a percentage. then 10165 up to 19740, then 19741 up to 29316, then 29317 up to 38892, then above 38892. This is 30%, 25%, 20%, 15%, and 10%. So those are the rates. Those are the rates. Those are the rates. In that year, Mr. Mawira, you told Mawira, as an employee, Mawira earns a salary of 41,000 per month. 41,000 per month. Then we told calculate Mawira's income. Calculate Mawira's income tax if is given relief. Tax relief of 1162 Kenya shillings. He is given a tax relief of 1162 Kenya shillings per month. So how we go about this one? Let me get the calculator. How we go about this one? We'll first examine. We examine the taxable income for this guy and the table. So we will tax up to the last bracket because 41,000 is above 38,892. So the first bracket we will tax 10,164 at a rate of 10%. So this will be 1016.4. Then in the next, we subtract 19,740, 0164, and you get 9576. Rate of 15%. So at a rate of 15%, this will give us 1436.4. Then the next will be 29,316 minus 19,740. This will give us 9576 at the rate of 20%. This will give us 1915.2. Then in the next bracket will be that 892 minus 29316. It will give us the same at a rate of 25%. Rate of 25%. This is 2394. Then lastly, we have the balance now, which is the total amount minus we have taxed up to 38,892. Therefore, we get 2108 at the rate of 30%. This will simplify to 632.4. Therefore, we can get the total tax. You can get the total tax by adding all these values. 0.4 plus 1436.4 plus 1915 plus 2394 plus 630. This gives us 7394.4. Then we are told that Mawira claims a tax relief per month 1162. Therefore, the tax you pay will less the relief. This will make him pay a tax per month of 6232.4 Kenya shillings. So this is the tax which you pay per month. This is the tax which you pay per month after relief has been deducted. So we solve it. That's how we solve it. I'd like to give another question. We are told that the position vectors of A, B, and C are position vectors of A are for B negative 1, 2, and for C 7, negative 1. 7, negative 1. Then we are told to show that A, B, and C are collinear. Show that A, B, and C are collinear. To show collinearity, we usually consider a scalar multiplier and a common point. And in this case, we are going to get vector A, B, and AC, and we compare whether they are related. Therefore, we will get vector A, B by subtracting B from A. So 1, 2 minus negative 3, 4. This will give us positive minus 2. Then the other vector AC will be C minus A. So this becomes positive 10 and this becomes negative 5. Like that. So we can now compare the two. We can compare the two, and we will have 4, negative 2, and 10, negative 5. So we multiply with a certain factor. We want to check whether there is a common multiplier which is equal for both the x components and the y components. Therefore, 4 is equals to 10k, meaning k is 0.4. And when you compare the y components, negative 2 is equals to negative 5k, dividing through by negative 5k is equals to 0. Therefore, we can say that because there is a scalar multiplier and A is a common point, then A, B, and C they are collinear. They are collinear points. Therefore, collinearity is tested by checking a scalar multiplier. Okay, alternatively, the scalar multiplier, it can be this vector being a multiple of the other one, or anyway, we say the scalar multiplier is at k, and we have 10, negative 5. And in this case, we say 4k is equal to 10, and negative 2k is equal to negative 5, and we will be setting the constant to 2.5. Therefore, we will be saying now vector AC is equals to 2.5 of AB. Or, as in the case we've done, we are saying vector AB is equal to 0.4 of AC. So, we can compare any of the vectors. Number 14. Number 14, the vertices of a triangle PQR, P, negative 3, 2, Q, 0, negative 1, and R, 2, negative 1, and R, 2, negative 1. Then you are told a matrix or a transformation matrix M maps triangle PQR into P prime, negative 7, 2, Q prime, 2, negative 1, and R prime, 4, negative 1, R prime, 4, negative 1. Therefore, we have a matrix of transformation mapping this triangle to this triangle. Then we are told to find the transformation that maps, find the transformation that maps PQR onto, find the transformation that maps PQR onto PQR. Therefore, we are finding a transformation which can make this one back, which can reverse this triangle to the original one. Therefore, we usually say that a solution, a matrix times object gives us the image. A matrix times object should give us image. Therefore, we have a matrix which we don't know. We can let it be A, B, C, D times the object. In this case now, PQR is the object because we want to map it back to this. Therefore, we express this one as a matrix. The coordinates, we have -7, 2, 2, -1, 4, -1, should give us -3, 2, 0, -1, 2, -1. That. Therefore, now we can, because you know how matrices are multiplied, you can see that this row by this column should give us the first element here. The same row by the second column should give us the next element. Therefore, A by -7 becomes -7A plus 2B. They should give us -3. That is one equation. Again, A by 2 becomes 2A. B by -1, B. They should give us 0. They should give us 0. They should give us 0. So we can say 2A is equal to B according to this one. 2A is equal to B. So if 2A is equal to B, then where we have B, we can replace with 2A in this one. We can say -7A plus 2 instead of B, we have 2A is equal to -3. So -7 plus 4 becomes -3A is equal to -3. So A is 1. A becomes 1. So if A is 1, then B will be 2A, which is 2 by 1, which is 2. Which is 2. Again, when we take these components, this column, this row times this column should give us this element, and the same row by this column or by this column should give us the value here. Therefore, row by column elements, row by column elements. So we can say that C by 2, which is 2C, plus D by -1, which is -D, should give us -1. Again, C by 4, 4C, D by -1, -D, should give us -1. Should give us -1. So, because D and D are equal, we can just subtract them. We can subtract downwards. So when we subtract -1 plus 1, it becomes a 0. So -D minus D inaisha pia. Then 2C minus 4C becomes -2C. And C becomes 0. If C is 0, we can get D by saying that D will be 2C is equal to -1. 2C is equal to -1. C is the one which is 0. So where we have C, we put a 0. So this one becomes a 0 completely. Negative D is equals to negative 1. So D is equals to 1. So D is equals to 1. Therefore, the matrix of transformation which reverses triangle P prime Q prime R prime to P prime Q to P Q R will be A is 1 and B is 2, C is 0 and D is 1. So this is the transformation matrix which does that work. Lastly, we do a question on logarithms. Solve for x. I'll finish with this one. Solve for x. Solve for x. Then you are told the logarithm of 7x minus 3 plus 2, the logarithm of 5 is equal to 2 plus the logarithm of x plus 3. X plus 3. Solution. I usually advise students that whenever base is not provided and we have which has not been expressed as logs, we assume base 10. So assuming base 10 for this expression or equation, we will have the logarithm to base 10 of 7x minus 3 plus 2, the logarithm to base 10 of 5 is equal to 2 plus the logarithm to base 10 of x plus 3, like that. Then now, we remember that the logarithm of a number to the same base gives us 1, meaning that the log of 10 to base 10 is 1. So, multiplying 2 with log 10 to base 10 won't change the value of 2 because it is 1. So we can express it that way. The logarithm to base 10 of 7x minus 3 plus 2, the logarithm to base 10 of 5 is equal to 2 logarithm to base 10 of 10 plus the logarithm to base 10 of x plus 3. Now at that stage, there is a law of logarithm which says that when you have a number times the logarithm of another one, it's just like taking the logarithm of a, then we raise it to power n. So with that, we can apply it to this term here and this term here, and hence we will have the logarithm of 10 plus the log to base 10 of 5 squared, it becomes 25, equal to the logarithm to base 10 of 10 becomes 100 plus the logarithm to base 10 of x plus 3. X plus 3. Now, we can remember there is a law which says that when you have the log of a plus the log of b, you can just take logarithm, then you have a and b being multiplied like that. So, here we can say the log to base 10 of 25 multiplied by 7x minus 3 is equal to the log to base 10 of 100 multiplied by x plus 3, like that. Therefore now we can drop logs. We can drop the logs now. Then we continue solving and we will say this is 175 ax minus 75 is equal to 100 x plus 300. Like that. So we can open the brackets that way. After opening the brackets now there, we can group the like terms together. And this should give us 175x minus 100x. 75x is equal to 300 plus 75, 375. So x is, when you divide 375 by 75, it will give us 5. It will give us 5. So 5 is the value which was desired. So that's how you were to solve the logarithm question. So for paper 2, it is good we be very keen and vigilant on this topic called logarithms, and also indices, a very related topic. Again, we have surds, which we have discussed in number 1. So they are commonly tested areas. And trigonometry too. We have seen a trigonometric wave. It's also good to be vigilant on the same. Actually, the book 3 work in paper 2 mathematics is a very crucial thing. You'll find that out of the first 16 questions in paper 2 section 1, out of 16 questions, 14 of them are from book 3, and therefore this is an area take caution and we be ready in. Thank you very much. May the Lord keep you safe. May the Lord bless you. Subscribe to Shifting Grades. Share our links with your friends. Thank you and God bless you. Shalom.